around the world, and is centered in the nucleus of the Torah world of Lakewood BMG, representing Beis Medrash Gavoya. We ask Rabbi Levitansky to share with us Divrei Bracha.
Thank you. Bershus, Rabbi Brander, Rabbi Lebhar, Rabbi Stern, I know from way back, Rabbonim, co-partners and friends. Thank you so much for allowing me to join in this truly inspiring event. On a personal level, it's a schus to sit on the dais with Reb Nate Siegel, one of the great Torah builders of our generation. He's a role model for so many people, to young Jewish leaders, and what Jewish leadership is about, and exemplifies the concept of achrayus, personal responsibility for Klal Yisrael. Here in LA, you're blessed to have Rabbi Brander, a Jew who seamlessly blends love of Torah and love of Yidden. And this belief is really at the core of what the Link Kollel represents. His partners, Rabbi Lebar, the Rosh Kollel, Rabbi Stern, the Ungolite, are all cut from the same cloth and share this vision. And that has created this most amazing institution in Kollel. Over 50 years ago, the first community Kollel was built in Toronto. A novel concept of bringing young Ungolite, Yom Avreichim, to learn and engage the community in learning. Link joins proudly with over 100 kollelim, community kollelim across the country and across the world that are dedicated to one mission and share one vision, anchoring their communities with Torah. This beautiful new building, the Samuel family building, is a testimony to that passion of the Samuel family and so many others for this beautiful mission. We read yesterday really, in the Parshas Nitzavim. Rashi shares a very powerful medrash, and this medrash has become more meaningful with time. Nitzavim, Atem Nitzavim, you're standing here. What does this relate to? What does this mean? And Rashi tells us from the medrash that in the last week's Parsha, Moshe Rabbeinu shared with the Jewish people the consequences of failure in their most amazing mission. 98 terrible consequences. And the Jewish people at that moment, their faces turned green, hariku pneim. They felt, how can we ever accomplish? They felt, we can never do this. We're not going to be successful. We're not going to make it as a people. And Moshe Rabbeinu turned to them and said, Atem nitzavim hayom. You failed in the desert. It wasn't a perfect run. We had the egel, the golden calf, and we had other failings, and yet you're standing here today. Nitzavim represents the miracle of Jewish continuity. Nitzavim represents the fact that we don't fail. We may fall, we may struggle, but we always bounce back up. And we're standing here today as a testimony to that Nitzavim, the miracle that we always come up standing. But the kollel building and the kollel learning is the guarantee for the future. So if Nitzavim represents the miracle of our past, the learning of Torah that this kollel represents is the guarantee that that miracle will continue. Later in the parsha, it tells us something else amazing. Moshe Rabbeinu tells the Jewish people, Lo b'shamayim hi. Torah is not found in the heavens. V'lo me'ever layam. It's not found on the other side of the ocean. Ki im beficha u'belvavcha lasoso. It's found with you. And the Torah really doesn't say what this is talking about. Rashi tells us it's talking about the Torah. My Rebbe Reb Chaim Mintz shares a beautiful concept. What does it mean, lo b'shamayim? It's not in the heavens. He says some people have a mistaken notion. Torah, that's for people that are living in the heavens. Torah is for people that are spiritual beings, that have given up on a relationship with the physical world in which we live. People that have cut themselves off from the physical, they live in the spiritual reality. People that connect so deeply to spirituality, to ruchnius. The Torah is for them. But I'm just a regular guy. I'm a regular person. And there's another mistake people make. Lo me'ever layam, the Yam HaTalmud, the depth of what Torah represents, each and every word, each and every letter, is the DNA of this creation, of this world. Torah is so deep, it's made for the brilliant person, the person who can think deeply, the lamdin, the one who can understand the depth of what Torah is meant to represent. Says Moshe Rabbeinu, lo b'shamayim hi. It's not only for the highly and great spiritual person. Lo me'ever layom, it's not for the person that can understand every nuance. Ki im beficha b'lvavcha lasoso, Torah is the heritage of each and every Jew. There's nobody that Torah doesn't speak to. And if there's something that this Makam Torah, this amazing kolal represents, it's that Torah is the heritage of each and every Jew. And as Rabbi Tendler said, Rabbi Brander doesn't say no because he cares about every single individual. How does every person relate to Torah? There's no one that can't find themselves in this amazing tent. We're about to stand and enter into Rosh Hashanah. What an amazing schus to enter with. A celebration of a Chanukah Sabayas. A celebration of what really matters to us. A recognition that this kol represents the guarantee of our future. Represents the hope and connection of every Jew to Torah. Mazel tov.